Hi everyone and welcome back to a little bit of Warframe. So, today is something happening that is coming in for a long time. Um, yeah, we farmed up the last focus to fully max out the Zenurik focus tree. There we go. That definitely was a long time coming. Yeah, so
I thought you'd want to
what
know.
does represent then? Oh, you. Oh, interesting. For 1 million? Oh, that's nice. So you have actually a way to invest the focus if you happen to get more. Cool. Um, yeah. We obviously have the other schools that we need to go pretty into. There's a lot of stuff missing in most of the trees, actually, especially like Mazarin. Because that was definitely the one that I started farming the last, right? But yeah, I mean, finally we have fully maxed out one of the trees at least, and I have to say, a lot of it is also tied to the Zariman. So yeah, let's just get a quick talk about our Zariman update, and I have to say, a lot of stuff I do really enjoy about this update. Like, the new game modes are so fun. Um, just go to the navigation, like, Void Flood is fun, Void Cascade is fun, Void Armageddon is like one of my favorite modes so far. And Mobile Defense and Exterminate, that's okay to be in here, like, that's absolutely fine by me. Like, I have no problem at all with those. If you take a quick look at the hold fast standing, you can see I'm working my way towards rank 4. We have all the quills we need for that farmed up, so that shouldn't be too bad. And with the bounties, I personally think they made those okay-ish. I have been farming tier 1, 2, 3 for all the blueprints for our new Warframe. I have to farm up bounty 4 now though to get the blueprint as well, right? And it wasn't too bad of a grind to reach rank 3 as well as all the parts that I wanted, because the one thing about this syndicate that I do like is that you can exchange stuff for standing, right? So if you take a quick glance into here, 500,000, 2k, 2.5 and 5k standing for stuff you will pick up. A lot of people are going out of their way in missions to search out for those pickups in the mission. And once you pick them up, you mark them automatically for everyone. That system is just amazing, right? That really makes it pretty decent to farm up the rep and have some fun in the missions as well, right? So yeah, at the moment I will be throwing these to get some standing. I don't think that there's a problem with that. So yeah, we can get our daily standing going. Now, the one thing I also really enjoy are the evolving weapons, right? So, in my case, I have leveled up the Latum and brought it to like the 4th evolution, I guess. And I just now started working on the Fenmore, which we have to work on tier 2 of the evolution at the moment. So yeah, really looking forward to get to the next rank so we can get the Praetos, which will the thing we need to unlock the 5th and final evolution of those weapons. And yeah, I honestly do look forward to when that happens. And as you can see, whoops, uh, The arcanes are sometimes dropping from the enemies, and I guess you could farm those up way more easy in like Steel Path, right? But yeah, the one thing that I don't understand at all is why the fuck is the bounty giver 200 fucking meters away from mission start? Like, why? Why do you do this to us, DE? All of a sudden, every single open world has the bounty giver next to the entrance, but here, no, you have to travel 200 meters, or what you can do is just click on the bounty you want, wait for the timer and fast travel to the navigation, but still, it's so strange. Yeah, so let's just do a public tier 4 bounty. I didn't look what the bonus objective was, but most of the time you wait for the timer and you fast travel to here. There we go. And you're in the mission, which is nice. But yeah, it's just something that I was like, what? Why is this guy over here? Let's Void Floods. That's okay. We can have a little bit of fun, right? So we need to close 3 ruptures and gather up enough Vitoplast, which we should be able to do if we take all these pickups, especially the big ones. Get them, of course. They're not always easy to spot, I have to say. There's one. That's one I meant. There we go. That's a good one to get. Alright, let's get up here. And yeah, I've updated my Wisp build a little bit. I have invested 2 Forma into her because I think it is worth it, right? I honestly do enjoy Wisp quite a bit lately. Not only just for Wisp itself, which is absolutely astonishing even if you go melee, right? Like attack speed buff and stuff, and just the raw healing that this Warframe gives is quite astonishing, not gonna lie. That's good fun. It is absolutely good fun to run around as Wisp and just don't worry too much about, just plop down the reservoirs, have the buffs going, go like that, right? I just enjoy this type of gameplay where I can pretty much shut down my brain and just focus on shooting or killing enemies with melee and just having a good time, right? Which is always very, very important. And I was going through the new content very, very casually, like really, really casually. I didn't like farm for hours and stuff like that. I just honestly went in, did some missions with public squads, sometimes went out of my way to join a group and just yeah, see what we can do together, which was actually exceptionally fun. As I said, as you saw there, a good amount of focus, right? 2.5k per enemy you kill, and there is more often than not enough of these guys around that you can just have a good time, right? Chill out, kill those guys, get a good amount of focus. I think especially if you are earlier in the focus skills and you need as much focus as you can in the shortest amount of time that you can, this might be something to do for your early levels, or like your early focus, not levels, but the early focus investments, right? Because I think you can gather up a very good amount in a very timely manner, which is great. So yeah, these are my current thoughts on the new content. It's absolutely fun, as I said. The missions I pretty much do enjoy. all of them, especially the new ones that are a little bit different. It's a fresh breath of air into Warframe. Gives you content that you might not expect it, or we are definitely not used to it by now, or at least I'm not. But that is stuff that will be coming, right? So we get used to it, we will get the best loadouts to do and stuff like that fairly soon. I think people who have played more than I have definitely already have their like metas selected, right? Which is okay. I definitely am someone who doesn't care too much about playing the meta. I'm just having way too much fun goofing around with different setups and just see what is happening, and yeah, just see if I can do stuff in my way, which is sometimes obviously the slow and not so much go to the end way, right? I like to rush in and see what's going on and see what I can do. That's just who I am. That is just who I am. And I love that I can do so much with that attitude, and yeah, always cool to see that you don't have to go back to really hardcore playing everyday style if you want to have some fun in Warframe, right? I definitely have been playing a bit more Warframe recently, also thanks to the new content, obviously. Uh-oh. Hello. Yeah, I would like to... Oh god, how did I get into this situation? There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's go back up, I guess. Whoopsie. There we go. Grab the focus thingy. So... let's hope we get... Oh! The Entrati Lanthorns. That is good, I need those. Definitely need those. Hello. Alright, let's just try and gather up as much Vitoplasm as we can to help everybody out. And there we go, we did it. Okay. Yeah, the bonus objectives are just... Sometimes they are like very easy to do and... Nothing's too special. Sometimes they can be a little bit tricky, but for the most part they seem very fair. But yeah, that's all right in my books as well. And yeah, I mean you can do the bounties pretty fast and efficiently, and you get a good amount of Endo out of this, which is another point that I really enjoy. Yeah, basically you get a lot of Endo rolls in those bounties. At least it felt that way for me. I was like, I was on 0 Endo and I'm now on 35k. Mostly from the bounties. I haven't traded in any of the Ayatan statues. So that is a good amount of Endo outside of the arbitration missions, right? So yeah, definitely a good thing. And just to show you the build for Wisp that I've gone for with my 2 formas. Corrosive Protection, an obvious choice for me. I always like this. We have Primed Continuity here to counteract Transient Fortitude, right? So we get a little bit of strength and a little bit of duration. 128 duration, fine by me. We have a little bit of range achieved with Stretch and Augur Reach, just for our motes mainly, right? Also for our 2, we need a little bit of duration. Our 3 gets a good amount of radius and blind duration, so that's very, very good. And our strength, yeah, we are on 238 strength. So yeah, Transient Fortitude, Umbral Intensify, Augur Secrets, and Power Drift all contribute to that, right? We have Adaptation in here because we are Wisp. We have our modes up all the time, so Adaptation works very, very well. And I opted for Fused Reservoir, as I said, that is my my comfort pick, my quality of life pick. You could switch this out for something else if you really wanted to. probably even more power strength if you really wanted to. But yeah, I mean, it's a 2-farmer build. This is not too expensive to get outside of maybe Umbral Intensify, but you know, you could have this on rank 8, or you could use normal Intensify. Actually, yeah, let's just see what this would do. 714 health would go down to 672. It's a 67.2 life regen, and this way it's 71.4. So it's okay. Fire rate goes from 71% to 67%. So that's not a whole big deal. So yeah, I feel like this is a very achievable mid-game player build. And if you don't have all the mods leveled up, it's definitely something you can work towards and keep in your head, right? You can go even further with Wisp, obviously, but I just feel like a 2-farmer build is something that I'm very comfortable doing, for me personally, right? Right, so that's the update to Wisp. That is some thoughts on the new content. I obviously will have to farm up more, yes, but I'm really not too bothered by it. Yeah, as I said, just from time to time, go in, do a couple of bounties, and yeah. So, I think all we need. Yeah, the chassis. See, 12 of the Trotty Lanthorn or Lanthorns, I don't know, and some Thrax Plasms, which we will get throughout farming up more. That should be no problem at all, actually. So yeah, I'm not too worried about the resources here. These will come over time, and since we have to farm the blueprint, we will pick those up while we are trying to get the blueprint, right? Other than that, I've actually went out of my way to farm up another Warframe. Not stats, it's equipment, sorry. Warframe. Somehow Loki is my most used Warframe now, because I was using him a lot at the beginning of this account to farm up spy vaults, right? But also, like in Steel Path, I tested a lot around with Loki. But what I wanted to talk about is I did farm up Gauss, finally. Leveled him up to level 30. I need to take a closer look at this frame at some point, because honestly, while leveling, I realized, okay, you don't have a one that you can do loads of damage with, so I leveled him up in just like the old-fashioned way, basically. And yeah, I don't know, his kit, it looks interesting, but I really have to take my time with this Warframe to understand what is going on exactly and stuff like that, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. Also, Corvus Prime will be a thing that I need to farm, right? Do we actually have some relics for that? Just to have a quick look. Yes, we do. So we could try and go after some Corvus Prime parts at some point, which is fine, Also, the observant of you can see I have 300 plat again, which I just traded up with some mods, mainly, some arcanes as well. But yeah, it was like 2 days of having Warframe.market telling everybody that I'm online, and I made some good plat out of the farms I have done in the past couple of days, right? So that's always amazing, and yeah, as I said, I will be doing some of the new content for the foreseeable future. Definitely did enjoy, like, if you take a quick glance at our leveling setup here, the Latem was, that's two L's. The Latem was actually pretty fun and pretty easy to level up. Evolutions that I've chose, so far I have Rapid Wrath for more fire rate, I have Lethal Rearmament for reload speed on headshots, it's just quality of life. I have some headshot damage, so we definitely want to go for headshots, right? And as you can see, Evolution 5 is something we need to work our way towards. While leveling, this is what I was using. Obviously, I invested a arcane adapter into this and the Fenmore as well. Just went for Galvanized Diffusion for me. Multi-shot, Lethal Torrent for multi-shot and fire rate. Crit mods in here. And a viral setup for now. And I was just running around with this. Since we are going for headshots a lot of the time, right? I thought, you know what? Crit is fine for this. And the Fenmore, which is the next piece that we are leveling at the moment. I just take this into mod survival and just go for it. So we have obviously evolution 1, evolution 2. I have projectile speed for the moment. I think we will switch this out at some point. And we are now need to land 20 headshots on Void Angels with primary fire without reloading, which is something that is pretty easy to lie. We will need a melee though, or a secondary that deals loads of damage, but I guess we just got eradication here to get this going. So that is what I should do next. I definitely need to work on Nesha's appearance. I don't know, this is just so old, and yeah, Nesha is just a 0 for my test build to see. Yeah, I haven't played Nesha in a long time, but I was doing some vault runs with this guy, and yeah, Nesha just feels good. Just feels good. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on longer. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye.